Imagine this. You turn up at a platform. You ask for a token to your destination. You're then told that you can't have one. You fail to pay a parking fine or were spotted crossing roads away from zebra crossings. As a result, the state has withdrawn your right to travel. Something like this happened to hundreds of people in China last year. The country is introducing a new social credit system that aims to assign points to people based on their financial history, as credit reference agencies do in the West, and their recent behavior. This could include criminal convictions and violations of more widely defined social rules, a raging feud in the street, or remarks on social media. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we will be discussing how the life of people of China is affected by the surveillance system recently introduced in their country. Stay tuned till the end of this video for amazing facts about this topic. Subscribe for a new chapter with a new story every day. Also click on the bell icon to turn on the post notifications, and let's begin. Your citizen score applies to you wherever you go. A high score allows you to access faster internet service or a fast-tracked visa to another country. If you make political posts online without a permit or question or contradict the government's official narrative on current events. For calculating the score, private companies working with your government constantly monitor vast amounts of your online shopping data and social media. The moment you step outside your door, your actions in the physical world are being monitored. The government assembles an enormous collection of information through the video cameras placed on your street and all over your city. If you commit a crime or even jaywalk, algorithms with facial recognition technology will match the video footage on your face to your picture in a national identity database. It won't be long before the police show up at your door. China has the world's biggest surveillance network. It deploys over half of all surveillance cameras worldwide. From 2011 to 2019, government procurement orders for equipment like facial recognition cameras and maintenance services related to surveillance increased by nearly 1,900%. China's surveillance systems and facial recognition cameras are now being used to conduct seemingly innocuous tasks, such as monitoring visitors at tourist sites and conducting security checks at airports, and for more invasive purposes, like predicting policing and helping carry out repressive policies. At the same time, a local-level backlash to the new technologies is prompting legislation that may introduce new data privacy standards in a country with relatively few to speak of. This society might be dystopian, but it is not far-fetched. It could be China is hardly 4 or 5 years. The country is competing to become the first to introduce a complex system of algorithmic surveillance. China's Communist Party state is building a citizen score to incentivize good behavior through innovations in artificial intelligence and storage and data mining to construct detailed profiles of all citizens. A wide accompanying network of surveillance cameras will constantly monitor citizens' movements, purportedly to reduce crime and terrorism. China's evolving facial recognition algorithm surveillance system will depend on the security organs of the Communist Party state to collect, filter, and analyze huge volumes of data flowing across the internet. China originally planned to develop a golden shield surveillance system, allowing easy access to each citizen's local, national, and regional records, justifying controls in the name of national security and social stability. This ambitious project has been mostly confined to a content-filtered Great Firewall which restricts foreign internet sites, including Facebook, Google, and the New York Times. China is already using a health code digital system to control the movements of people and decide who should go into quarantine. To make mandatory home quarantine, local authorities have again resorted to technology and have been open about using surveillance cameras. A sub-district office of the government in Nanjing, in Xinjiang province in the east, said it had installed cameras outside the compounds of people under self-quarantine that helped them to monitor the affected people 24 hours a day, an initiative that helped reduce personal expenditures and increased work efficiency. According to its February 16 post on Weibo, China's Twitter-like platform, some seem to accept the surveillance, although it remains unknown how much backlash against the initiative is tolerated on the country's closely monitored and censored internet. There's no official mark on the number of cameras installed to initiate quarantine at home across China, but the Chaoyang district government in Jilin, a city of approx 5 million people, mentioned in a statement that it had installed over 550 cameras as of February 8th last year. Worldwide, governments have adopted less intrusive technologies to track each and every person, even when they leave their room. In Hong Kong, for example, all international arrivals undergoing a 3-week home quarantine must wear a smart bracelet, which connects to an app on the smartphone that will alert the authorities if they leave their hotel or apartment rooms. South Korea uses a similar app that tracks locations with GPS and sends an alert when people leave quarantine. Poland launched an app that allows people staying at the hotel or any other place under quarantine to sell selfies to inform authorities they're staying at home. While the government of China has long scrutinized individual citizens for evidence of disloyalty to the regime, it is only starting to develop widely initiated, constantly updated, and minute records on each citizen's political persuasions, associations, comments, and even consumer practice. The newly introduced social credit system under development will strengthen reams of records from government bureaucracies and private companies into a single citizen score for each citizen of China. While the system is voluntary, it will be mandatory by 2020. The planned citizen credit score will likely be advanced enough to collect more data than the FICO score of the West, which helps lenders make reliable and fast decisions on whether to extend financial credit. While the latter tracks whether you're paid back your debts and manage your money well, experts on China and the internet privacy have theorized, based on the huge amounts of data from online shopping mined by the government without any thought for consumer privacy, that your Chinese credit score could increase if you buy items the regime likes, like clothes, and lower if you buy ones it doesn't, like alcohol or video games. Beyond online consumer purchasing, your involvement in politics could also heavily influence your score. Posting politically influential opinions without prior permission, or even posting the true news that the government of China doesn't want public to see, could result in your rank to dunk. What's more concerning is that the government will technically have the potential to consider the behavior of a friend of a Chinese citizen and family in determining his or her score. Human Rights Commission believes that the company that makes surveillance cameras has been regulating a system in cooperation with the Chinese Ministry of Public Security to monitor telephone conversations. This organized data-focused social credit system is only one aspect of China's rapidly expanding algorithmic face detection surveillance system. Another is a stretched-out network of technologies, especially surveillance cameras, to monitor people's physical movements. China at present has no specific national law to monitor the use of surveillance cameras, but the devices are already a normal part of public life. They are often there watching when people enter a shopping mall, cross the street, board a bus, dine in a restaurant, or even sit in a school classroom. China's experiments with digital surveillance create a grave new threat to freedom of expression on the internet and other human rights in China. Increasingly, citizens will refrain from any independent or critical expression, fearing that their data will be looked through or their movements recorded and punished by the government. And that is exactly the aim of the program. Furthermore, what comes out in China will not stay in China. Its authoritarian technologies have a pattern of diffusing the other authoritarian regimes worldwide. For this reason, not to mention concern for the hundreds of millions of people in China whose meager freedom will be further diminished, democracies worldwide must monitor and denounce this sinister creep towards an Orwellian world. Is it moral for private companies to assist in massive surveillance and turn over their data to the government? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. You can also share this little information with your friends and spread the knowledge. We hope the points mentioned above did clear out the confusion. Don't forget to comment down below your suggestions, hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated.